Welcome to the geography class. Today we will find out which are the highest mountains of each continent. The 7 summits are the highest mountains of each of the 7 continents. Climbing to the summit of all of them is regarded as a mountaineering challenge, first achieved on April 30, 1985 by Richard Bass. Completing the 7 summits and additionally reaching the North and South Poles has been dubbed the Explorer's Grand Slam. Mount Everest, Nepali, Sagarmatha Tibetan, Chomolungma Chinese, Zumilangma is Earth's highest mountain above sea level, located in the Mahalangur Himal sub-range of the Himalayas. The China-Nepal border runs across its summit point. In 1865, Everest was given its official English name by the Royal Geographical Society, as recommended by Andrew Wall, the British Surveyor General of India, who chose the name of his predecessor in the post, Sir George Everest, despite Everest's objections. Aconcagua, Spanish pronunciation, Aconcagua, is a mountain in the principal cordillera of the Andes mountain range, in Mendoza province, Argentina. It is the highest mountain in the Americas and the highest outside of Asia, being the highest in both the southern and western hemispheres. With a summit elevation of 6,960.8 meters, 22,837 feet. It lies 112 kilometers, 70 miles, northwest of the provincial capital, the city of Mendoza. About 5 km, 3.1 miles, from San Juan province, and 15 kilometers, 9.3 miles, from Argentina's border with neighboring Chile. Denali, also known as Mount McKinley, its former official name, is the highest mountain peak in North America, with a summit elevation of 20,310 feet, 6,190 meters, above sea level. With a topographic prominence of 20,156 feet, 6,144 meters, and a topographic isolation of 4,629 miles, 7,450 kilometers, Denali is the third most prominent and third most isolated peak on Earth, after Mount Everest and Aconcagua. Located in the Alaska Range in the interior of the U.S. state of Alaska, Denali is the centerpiece of Denali National Park and Preserve. The Koyukon people who inhabit the area around the mountain have referred to the peak as Denali for centuries. In 1896, a gold prospector named it Mount McKinley in support of then-presidential candidate William McKinley. That name was the official name recognized by the federal government of the United States from 1917 until 2015. In August 2015, following the 1975 lead of the state of Alaska, the United States Department of the Interior announced the change of the official name of the mountain to Denali. Mount Kilimanjaro is a dormant volcano in Tanzania. It has 3 volcanic cones, Kibo, Mwanzi, and Shira. It is the highest mountain in Africa and the highest single freestanding mountain in the world, 5,895 meters, 19,341 feet, above sea level and about 4,900 meters, 16,100 feet, above its plateau base. Kilimanjaro is the 4th most topographically prominent peak on Earth. The first people known to have reached the summit were Hans Meyer and Ludwig Percheller, in 1889. It is part of Kilimanjaro National Park and is a major climbing destination. Because of its shrinking glaciers and disappearing ice fields, it has been the subject of many scientific studies. Mount Elbrus is a dormant volcano in the Caucasus Mountains in southern Russia, near the border Russia shares with Georgia. It is the highest mountain in Europe, the highest stratovolcano in Eurasia, and the 10th most prominent peak in the world. Elbrus has 2 summits, both of which are dormant volcanic domes. The taller west summit is 5,642 meters, 18,510 feet. The east summit is 5,621 meters, 18,442 feet. While authorities differ on how the Caucasus are distributed between Europe and Asia, most relevant modern authorities define the continental boundary as the Caucasus watershed, placing Elbrus in Europe due to its position on the north side of the watershed in Russia. Montana meaning White Mountain, is the highest mountain in the Alps and the highest in Europe west of the Caucasus peaks of Russia and Georgia. It rises 4,808 meters, 15,774 feet, above sea level and is ranked 11th in the world in topographic prominence. The mountain stands in a range called the Grey Ayan Alps, between the regions of Aosta Valley, Italy, and Savoie and Haute-Savoie, France. The location of the summit is on the watershed line between the valleys of Ferrets and Veni in Italy and the valleys of Montjoie and Arve in France, on the border between the two countries. Vinson Massif is a large mountain massif in Antarctica that is 21 kilometers, 13 miles, long and 13 kilometers, 8 miles, wide and lies within the Sentinel Range of the Ellsworth Mountains. It overlooks the Ron ice shelf near the base of the Antarctic Peninsula. The massif is located about 1,200 kilometers, 750 miles, from the South Pole. Vinson Massif was discovered in January 1958 by U.S. Navy aircraft. In 1961, the Vinson Massif was named by the Advisory Committee on Antarctic Names, after Carl G. Vinson, United States Congressman from the state of Georgia, for his support for Antarctic exploration. On November 1, 2006, U.S. ICANN declared Mount Vinson and Vinson Massif to be separate entities. Mount Kosciuszko is mainland Australia's highest mountain, at 2,228 meters, 7,310 feet, above sea level. It is located on the main range of the Snowy Mountains in Kosciuszko National Park, part of the Australian Alps National Parks and Reserves, in New South Wales, Australia, and is located west of Krakenbeck and close to Giantobine. The mountain was named by the Polish explorer Paweł Edmund Strzelecki in the date, 1840, in honor of Polish-Lithuanian freedom fighter General Tadeusz Kosciuszko, because of its perceived resemblance to the Kosciuszko Mound in Krakow, Poland. Mount Wilhelm is the highest mountain in Papua New Guinea at 4,509 meters, 14,793 feet. It is part of the Bismarck Range and the peak is the point where three provinces, Simbu, Jawaka, and Madang, meet. The peak is also known as Nduwa Kombuglu, or Kombuglu Damin, in the local Cuman. Mount Wilhelm may be considered the highest mountain in Oceania, including Australia and New Zealand. A 7 summits list may therefore sometimes include Mount Wilhelm. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video. Have a nice day.